Well, welcome to a Thursday night shop talk. And the reason for that is there's not much I can do with all this epoxy drying. So I'm going to add a link in the chat here, paste. And if you click on that link, you'll be able to get in to see me. Now, I'll go over some of what I done. Or if you have a question on bell cranks or lead out position or balance point, uh, whatever, you can ask me. So come on in and ask a question. And if nobody comes in, I'll only do this for half an hour because I'm not going to sit and waste my time, because I do this for you guys. So we got two watchers. So let me know the topic you would like to discuss tonight. How to build an I-beam, how to build wheel pants, how to build wheel doors, whatever. This is a shop that you can ask me anything. Paint, my thoughts on painting. I'm going to grab that upper pan, and that's about the only thing I can work on right now. Everything else, the epoxy is drying on the fuselage plug and the wing mold. I had to re-pour some more epoxy on top of the gray. For some reason, it didn't dry. I guess I didn't get enough hardener in it. I'm having all kind of problems, but I think I can salvage it because I did put the surface coat on it, and it's the gray stuff that's not quite drying. So I capped it with HTR 250. We'll see what happens. If not, I'll have to pour it again. But I think it'll be all right. I'm a little concerned on breaking that thing out of there. It looks like my fuselage plug come out nice, though. The last piece that I molded up. Well, we got 4 now, so I'll reiterate again. If you'd like to come in and ask me a question, the link is I'll pin it at the top here. It's a starred link. Let's see here. We need to go here and go back this way, and we go in here. We get the mute on. That's good. We want to pin the message. It's at the top. There you go. Click on that. Have your camera ready and be camera microphone ready, and be willing to come on in and talk to me. Or if you'd like to just ask a question, have your microphone ready. Whatever. So let me grab the top part of the fuselage and add a little acro green in some of the spots. You remember this is the one that I added the superfill to. I'm about burn out on this composite shit. Like I say, I haven't even got an airplane yet. One part pulled. But from talking to Dan, he said that even the pros have issues. Because, he worked in that IndyCar composite shop. So what can I say? Hopefully he's going to get that chem lease to me. So I can make a few more fuel tanks. I know I can do that. I can make fuel tanks, bell cranks, and landing gear without an issue, but I'm trying to get this program started to do these. So basically what I'll do here is I'll hit this with aqua green, and I'm going to hit it with that 2K primer again. Sand it. By then, my other fuselage mold, that'll be tomorrow, my other fuselage side or pan will be off the Lexan. We can glue this one down and get it ready to go. And hopefully that'll be dry, and we could turn that over and do the top. Still looking for a fast 15 size motor. If somebody would like to donate one of those motors to me, I will trade you one of these airplanes for it. I'll trade you the parts and you can put it together. Some type of FAI combat motor. Okay, Gary Sinclair, you can come in and talk to me. Somebody. Let me go back over here and make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Present or invite. Add. Invite a guest. How do I? I'll copy that. Paste that in the. I guess people are tired of this stuff. I'm gonna have to start doing videos of dogs taking a crap on a newspaper or something. Okay, that's good enough. The all this type of work is just too slow. I gotta let this dry now. So I got everything drying. Can't do anything with shit drying. Curing or whatever. Well, without somebody to talk to, we're 10 minutes in. I mean, I don't want to go on. So somebody's got to come in and talk to me, ask me a question about something. I don't know what to talk about. Now we're down to 8, so must not be interested. I just don't know what to do. Click on that link and have your camera working and come on in and talk to me. Get Nancy for Brodax, I can tell you that. It's 2 months away. Two months away, and I don't even have a flight in for the year. The park is 3 foot underwater. Shit. The wind has been howling, lightning. Well, it's terrible. Now we're flooded out. I don't think I'm gonna fly the Nats this year. It's just like throwing away my money. I might fly N30, and that's it. Because the same 4 guys are going to be the winners over and over and over again. So, what's the sense? I'm all for the traveling Nats, and I'll tell you why. Different judges. It would be when they had the Navy Nats. Of course, it was the Navy, and don't tell me they didn't know how to judge a square and a circle. They had different judges, so we had different winners. If you go back in that book and look, when they had the Navy Nats, shit, every year just about, it's a different winner. Since we got the AMA, it's the same guys over and over and over again. Not to say they're not great flyers, but because they are. But I think there's quite a bit going on there. And then you'll hear the guys, "Oh no, we can't do that. No, we wouldn't want to mess up the status quo." Man, shit. That's why I want to have the kids at Ball State judge circles and squares. They don't need I don't know what to tell you. Same judges seeing the same thing by the same guys are going to equal the same results over and over and over again. Still nobody wants to come in and talk to me, huh? Now this resin's starting to set up here. That's good. What I had to do with the wing mold is pour a 1/4-inch cap on it, because I guess I didn't get that gray stuff mixed up good enough. There was a soft spot on the bottom. Fortunately, I got surface coat so we know the surface is going to be okay. And I mean, if I had a hot box, it might kick off. I don't know. Danny said he lets it wait 2, maybe 3 days. But shit, I ain't got forever to wait on this crap. I did break out the vacuum bag and peel ply breather cloth and suck that bag down. Yeah, that's exactly right. We're watching paint dry. This is the most boring thing going. I'll hang in there another 15 minutes unless somebody comes in and talks to me. The bench is full of crap. I'm waiting on shit to dry. I can build it. Trust me. Trust me 100% when I say this. If I built this airplane out of wood, it'd be done already. It'd be done. Finished, ready to fly. I mean, it's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. 7 parts. So let's do the total. 7, 8, 9 parts is all it is. But I'm waiting on shit to dry. So basically, when you build this, you got to build it 3 times to get one airplane. You got to carve the plug, so there's 1 time. You got to build the mold, that's 2 times, and then build the airplane. Mold the airplane, that's 3 times for one airplane. So I got to make it worth my while. But I have made up my mind that I'm going to go to Lowe's and buy some of that green closed cell foam and carve a full fuselage. Now, Dan was talking about doing a P-47 fuselage. I don't think that's the way to go. It's just too big. It's too bulky. But you could get a lot of shape, a lot of curve on a molded fuselage. And after I get this one done and I see that it works, I think I'm going to do that. Because I know I can make it light. If you noticed when I did the stringers on the fuselage plug on the mold, I put stringer here and a stringer here. Well, I'm going to do that on the build too. So I'm going to go around this way for a bulkhead, around this way, and then some stringers inside there with that carbon toe. And that will make that extremely stiff and extremely light. If I could make a fuselage for a full-size stunner at about 4 ounces, I could get a light airplane. Let's say 5 ounces, which should not be hard. Well, doesn't look like nobody wants to talk. At least if it's aqua green, I can stand it. Right away, I can keep busy. But I also love this 2-part primer. Good stuff. If the wing mold doesn't work, could just sell a fuselage. Like an old 40 rat fiberglass top basswood wings. Yeah, I could. The wings will work. It's just a matter of getting the mold. Everything's going to work. It's just a matter of getting the mold. probably tonight around midnight, I'll be able to take that out. Pull the peel ply off of that one. I called over to Wix today and asked if they had some, evening, Jeff. Asked them if they had some vacuum bag material. They do. However, it's not the tube. So I got to look around for vacuum bag tube. Order about 30 foot of it, and that'll give me 10 airplanes worth. I figure about 3 foot per airplane. Well, here I'm doing my favorite thing, and you guys are watching. I still think about that girl at the pool table place. I know sanding. You know shit. God. I'd bet $100 she couldn't sand shape into anything. See, the sanding, I have to start my balsa wood plane. Too busy playing with the train layout. Yeah. Let me explain to you where I'm at in life. I've been a mechanic all my life, and of course a woodworker and a painter. As a mechanic, they want you to have 20 years experience and $500,000 worth of tools and pay you $15 to $20 an hour because you're not important. And if you're a doctor, you're making, gazillion dollars, and you can make mistakes all you want. As a mechanic, you can make zero mistakes. And as a doctor, you don't need to supply your own tools. And don't tell me that they know much more than I do, because that's horseshit. It's the same thing. And like that girl, figuring that they start you out sanding, which is the most important part of the build, the sanding job. They figure that, you can't hurt nothing. Well, the hell you can't. A good sander will make a crappy painter look great. Because anybody can paint. A monkey can paint. All you got to do is spurt it on. I get some more aggressive paper. We got 5 minutes, and if nobody joins me in 5 minutes, I'm going to end the stream. You guys choose. To join me, click the link that's pinned at the top of the chat box. I'm really enjoying working with this green foam. It's great stuff. I remember seeing a guy in Germany who built an electric plane out of this green foam. And he hot wired where the battery goes, and the battery fit in perfect. And I don't know what that airplane weighed, but this is an ounce. That's a good weight. That's really a good weight. Of course, it'll be lighter as carbon, but I'm figuring a half ounce. Here's a question for you guys to ponder, all the engine gurus. I'm going to build, let's say this is the bottom of the pan. This is the top, but let's say this is the bottom. I'm going to build a fuel tank in this area right here. The pickup is going to be below the center line of the spray bar. Quite a bit below. I'm wondering if it will draw fuel. Or am I going to have to build it in the top half of this? I think maybe the top half would need to be the fuel tank. I've been thinking about that. I used solid green foam blocks for the wingtips on your Magician. Yeah. Good stuff. So is that primer. This primer is amazing. I got to do a little bit of experimenting and seeing how compatible it is with dope. But I think it's going to be all right. And if not, I'll use automotive paint. There comes a time we can't get no more balsa wood that's any good, so you got to find some alternatives. Well, this green foam seems to be a pretty good alternative. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to counting. Still a low spot right there. Remember, tomorrow night is our hangout. For you hangout junkies. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe. I know it's not the funniest channel, or but if you pay attention, you might learn something. Maybe. Okay. That's it. I don't like that. Yep, I'll guarantee that girl couldn't sand a sheep into anything. Alrighty, like I said, half an hour, nobody came in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow during the day, but definitely tomorrow night. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.